Hey everyone, it's Lissette here and welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you will be notified on when I upload. So for this set, I do go in with my MelodySusie Sparkle Pro, and I'm using this drill at 15,000 RPM. Later on, I do end up having to amp it up to 18,000 RPM because she came in with acrylic nails. I did not do these nails. I'm pretty sure she got it done at a nail salon. So all I'm doing right now is trying to remove everything. I do try to leave the tips because I just didn't want to. I probably should have just did the whole set, but I do end up just filing it very thin. Two of the nails did end up coming off, so I do end up having to do tips on those. But you'll see, I do try to file it very thin, removing as much of the pink. They didn't even add a protective layer underneath. There was no clear layer, so I didn't want to go too close to her natural nail bed, so that's why I did leave some of the pink, but majority of the color I did take off. From there, I am going in with my needle point cuticle bit, and this is where I start pushing back the cuticle and removing any of the dead skin that I see. Anything that looks dry and flaky, with this bit, that's what I'm trying to remove. And this just allows more of the nail bed to be exposed. And I am using this at 5,000 RPM. From there, I switched out the bits to my ball cuticle bit, and this is where I start focusing on the skin portion itself. This is going to remove any of the dead skin that's either like sticking up or like hanging off the skin itself. Once again, I'm using this at 5,000 RPM. After that, I go in and I start shaping the nails. Actually, there was only like 3 nails left on this hand, but I do go in with my 180 grit hand file and just shape and refine those edges. From there, I am coming in with my 180 sanding band, and this is where I focus around that cuticle section, making sure that new growth has no shine to it. But I also do go over the top and try to blend out the remaining acrylic that's there. I do try to remove more of it, especially with these 2 nails. I do have to add a tip to them, so that's why I am just going around that free edge, making sure that acrylic is very thin, whatever's left. And I do pretty much remove all of the acrylic with this sanding band, but I am using this again at 5,000 RPM. From there, I am going in with some KDS glue and just adding my tips. Prior to me adding the tips, I do measure it from sidewall to sidewall, making sure that it just covers that whole free edge, and then I do glue it down. I did get a couple of questions on these tips as far as if they're jelly tips, and these are regular tips. They're not true regular tips. I got these off of Amazon. But if you're afraid of them separating from the gel, you can easily make sure that you file all over the surface of the tip. Just make sure the gel adheres to that tip very well. From there, I'm going to go ahead and cut the tip down to size, and then I'm going to go in with my 180 grit hand file and start filing the sidewalls, the free edge, and then I do blend the tip in with the natural nail so there's a smooth transition. Now I'm taking my Secret Dehydrator and I'm just going to dehydrate all of the nails. This ensures that if there's any oils, they are dissolved. From there, I'm going in with my clear rubber base and I'm adding a very thin layer and rubbing it into the surface of the nails, and then I will cure this for a full 60 seconds in my LED UV nail lamp. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and do a thin layer of the Nude Gel pot number 3, and this is going to be my protective layer for when she comes back. I can easily file it back to this layer and then do a whole brand new design for her. And I am going to cure this for a full 60 seconds. So for the nails, I am going in with Mia Secret's Forma Gel, and this is in the Cover Blush color. I'm like in love with this color, it's so pretty. And for the ring and middle finger, I'm going to do a smile line. I do end up doing these in sections. This is a thicker consistency of gel compared to the Nude Gel pot. The Nude Gel pot is very much of a thinner consistency, whereas this Forma Gel is more of a medium to thick consistency, so it is a little easier to work with this when you're trying to do smile lines and stuff. So I end up just outlining the smile line itself. I don't really focus on the cuticle section because I am going to come back and do another. I end up doing 2 more layers on top of this just to make sure I build up the product and the cuticle section is close to that cuticle but not flooding it. So in between me doing these layers, I do cure it because I don't want this product to move and I want to make sure I have a really good sharp smile line. So after I cure it, I am going to go ahead and refine that smile line with the hand file. But yeah, so like I said, I'm coming in with my second layer, and this is where I build up the product a little bit. Once again, not focusing around that cuticle section. The last bead I take is where I focus around that cuticle section, making sure it's close to it and then curing it. So from there, I'm going to clean off the surface with some alcohol and a lint-free wipe. And then I'm going to go in with my 180 grit hand file. And this is where I start filing that smile line, making sure there is a crisp, sharp wall. So for this design, I'm going to use the glitter from Set's NailCo, and this is called Hubba Hubba, and it's a real pretty purpley pink. It's more pink than anything. So I'm going to apply this all over the pinky nail, and to do this I'm going to use IBD Clear Hard Gel. I'm adding a very thin layer, and then I'm going to pour this glitter on top. At first I tried to use a detail brush, but that was taking way too long, so you are going to see me pour it on top and then just moving those pieces around a little bit just to make sure I have it fully covered. So I do this for the pinky, and then for the middle nail I end up going in with a custom color that I made, and this one is called Magenta. I will leave a link above if you guys want to see how I do my custom colors, but this one is called Magenta. So I do add this to that smile line. I'm making sure I'm going right up against that smile line to fully cover it, and then I do drag it down because I do want to have some kind of color behind it just in case I can't get those chunky pieces up in those corners. So after I apply that, I do go ahead and cure it, and I do cure these individually for a full 60 seconds to make sure those glitters stick inside that gel. For the ring finger, I'm gonna go in with another custom color, and this one is called Magical Violet, and it's a white, but it has like a pearlescent purple color in it. It's really, really pretty, and I thought it matched this set perfectly. So I do go ahead and apply that to the ring finger. I apply it to the index finger as well as the thumbnail. Once again, I do this in layers because since it's very pigmented, I want to make sure that the light fully penetrates through the gel, curing it fully. So I do end up adding 2 layers of this color to this particular nail, as well as both the thumb and the index nail. After that, I am going to go in with some clear IBD hard gel, and this is where I start encapsulating all of the nails. I do go in and do 1 nail at a time, flash cure it, and then move on to the next nail. Now I'm gonna go ahead, and I do end up wiping off the surface with some alcohol and a lint free wipe, removing that sticky layer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start filing the sidewalls, the free edge, as well as over top to shape it. And I'm using my 180 grit hand file to do this. Coming in with my fine tapered drill bit, I'm actually using this at 13,000 RPM, and I'm going around that cuticle section, making sure it is sealed, and then I do go over the surface of the nails, just refining that shape. Coming in with my white buffing black, I'm going to buff over the surface smooth. I do make sure all of the dust is removed from the nails, and I do wipe it clean with some alcohol. Now I'm going to come in with MAKARTT's foil glue. I cure it for a full 60 seconds, and then I'm going to go in with these Valentine's Day foils, and this I got from Set's NailCo. And I was like in love with this foil. I was dying to use it once I got it. So I'm going to apply this foil to all of the nails that I did the magical violet with. And especially for this ring finger, I make sure to only apply it below that smile line, so whatever transfers is only on that bottom half. So now I wanted to go ahead and add a little bit of bling. I am not sure what color this is called, but it matches those glitters perfectly. So these are Swarovski Crystals, and it's like a purpley pink color. And then I do go in and I do add some gold caviar beads around those purpley pink crystals. I got these crystals from bluestreakcrystals.com, and I'm using MAKARTT rhinestone glue to add these crystals, and then I cure them for a full 60 seconds. Now that I got my crystals in place, I'm gonna go in and use Nail Addict, and this is the no wipe top coat. And this is the second time I'm using this, and I actually really like how it applies and how it cures. It's super shiny. So this might be my new fave top coat. But after I apply this to all of the nails, I cure it for a full 60 seconds, and I do go in and apply a second coat to those nails that have the foil on it. And I also make sure to cover the caviar beads as well. And this is what they look like. I was like in love with this Valentine's Day set. As you can see, the other hand, I did do it a little bit different, but I was just in love with it. She was happy with it, and yeah, I will link everything below that I use. Let me know what you guys think of this set. As always, thank you everyone for taking time out to watch this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media accounts, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next one.